one of the first flaws that I discovered in trying to make this video was that while the Quest has a built-in microphone to chat in other applications like VR Chat or AltQuest, or AltSpace, sorry, the microphone doesn't actually record when I'm recording my Oculus experience. So I gotta get my dongle and my other cord and plug these bad boys in so that way you can hear what I'm saying. All right, let's go! Okay, this, if you've seen this before, this is the home for Oculus Quest. And right off the bat, while this video will be about Superhot, I'm going to trash the virtual experience for this right off the bat. As lovely as this room is, seriously, I think this is awesome. I love the aesthetic. It's warm. It feels good. It makes it feel cozy in here. The problem that I have is that I'm presented with a screen that I point at and a screen that I point at. This is virtual reality. I can see the actual controllers in here. I want to move stuff. I want to touch stuff. I want to play with things. And I'll get into some of that in Superhot, which is the first app because it's one of the few apps that I think does VR right. So let's jump into it. A loading screen that we get presented with, and then we will probably get this, let's see here. Yeah, presented with the computer screen, kind of funny. Let's go ahead and enter setup mode. I'm gonna start a new game. This was actually really hard to understand because first off, joystick, move cursor, A button, select option, those need to be haptic answers or bring the hands into the experience right here so that I can see what it is that I need to do. But anyway, I figured it out. Using the joystick, I go right, and I wanna load a new game, so I'll do this, and then I don't remember which one A is, but I think that one's it. Okay, so we'll load a new game here. It's gonna do the same thing. And we'll let it run. The sound is a very old style computer though. This, good. Already loving it because it fills up my experience. I've got hands. This is the coolest part. Totally empty room, but I still feel here. Low fidelity, high geometry weapon in two hands. And sure enough, I can use, with these controllers here, I can grip. So, weird. It's all white, very little shadows, red geometry. I've got a gun. I can only imagine I'm gonna do one thing here. Time moves when you move. This is probably one of the most unique games that there is for the VR right now, at least that I've played so far, just because of this aspect. That the environment moves as I move. Punch through. Intuitive, makes sense. The other thing to realize with this is that I know exactly what I can interact with and can't interact with based upon the colors, much like real life is. I love how it's just standing there. I fucking love it. I love it. And of course. Okay, this is another interesting experience. How the objects that I've interacted with disappear and reset into a new world with the geometry of something new. This is probably the hardest thing to understand, is because time doesn't move the same way in this game. Understanding how the momentum of the game and of objects moving works was extremely difficult to understand. But I can also very intuitively see, I can grab another one, And the way that this works is if it goes immediately in the direction that I throw it. So wherever I let go is where it should hopefully go straight. So that was probably the hardest thing to get. So far, this game is super easy to get into. I've watched 2 or 3 other people play this, and it makes sense. This is another dynamic. I love that the gun comes to me because this is exactly what I want to do in virtual reality. Not kill a bunch of people, of course, which is still fun, but I want to experience the world. Could I block it? Oh, it broke. It broke. Okay, slow motion dodge, Matrix style, Matrix again. Oh, I missed. Ha. Okay. Dodgy dodge. Dodge, catch, boom. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's another dynamic. So the bullets move at a rate that when I pull the trigger, they move much faster relative to the amount of motion that I can provide. So if I pull the trigger again, these bullets are going to move much faster. So here, where I know I'm safe here-ish, I'm going to come over. Oh, shit. Where am I? See, now I'm all twisted up. But hold on, let's see it. So watch. So that bullet moved relative to the amount of time that I pulled the trigger, which makes sense. Are you ready to play? Oh, okay. The interesting thing is the way that it moves, I definitely lose orientation as to where I am, which is something else to be kind of cognizant of. But this game, I mean, you can always reset it with the Oculus button here, so it kind of resets it. But show your dedication. Aim for the head. Freaky. Now I'm in a new world. This is the hard part about the VR experience that I would say, where the game mechanic starts to break down a little bit. When I am in a new environment, much like the real world, if it's colorful, I want to interact with everything. I expect it to do something. And as you can see, grabbing this stuff doesn't do anything here. And it's disappointing, to say the least. Is that okay. This is actually a little disappointing. And I would almost rather it be back to what we'd had before, where I can interact with, I was going to say I can interact with this, which is kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what I can and can't interact with. Now I see that, this card is prompting me to put it in there, but a design consideration to take into it is either have everything be interactive or make it very obvious as to what the user should interact with. Now, the prompts here, they help, which is cool. But let's go ahead and insert the next round. The idea of putting on a headset while I've got a headset on, also hilarious. But again, very, very easy to understand. Okay, I've got the game mechanics down. Let's see what we can do. Break in. Ooh, Uzis. Not gonna look. That was dope. Okay. Woo! Grabbed Gone. Gone. Did our bullets just run into each other? Huh? Huh? Ah! Dead. Mine. Dead. Woo! That was a close one. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go. Let's go. Muhammad Ali over here. Oh shit, I knocked his head off. Okay. I wonder what kind of gun this is. And say hello to my little. Oh fuck! There's so many bullets. I'm dead. Ah. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, every time. Every time. Okay. Back up. Where am I facing? Nope. 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 Y'all dead. Wait for it. Oh, no. No. Oh, I don't know if I got it in time. Did I die? Whew. The cool thing, though, they do have a lot of... I haven't looked into it yet. But they do have some interesting background to the game story that's going on. But anyway, that the key takeaways here that I think are super important for the virtual reality experience with Superhot is very obvious interaction points, very clean layout of the game space. I know exactly where I am and where mostly I need to be. The sounds, while I think the sounds were less needed in this game, it definitely contributed to it. And then some of the haptics. I'll do a part 2 of this a little bit later with some of the other gameplay stuff. But from a mechanics standpoint, this game really does the VR world well. So, like I said, takeaways, making objects very obvious to interact with, because this little green bougie stuff here, that's not hyper intuitive that's what I need to interact with. And the other thing is I can't put it down. It's stuck in my hand now. But, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I will absolutely do another one with some other games. If you have any comments as to what you'd love to see next, please let me know. And I look forward to seeing what comes up next. Okay, goodbye.